Welcome back, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. It was a pleasure to interact with some of you on the CoCo Tech number 4. I didn't realize that you guys started a new forum. I'll try to catch up with you on Saturday. Hopefully, I'll have time to join you for at least a little while. I'm not sure what time that show starts, but you'll I think it's around 2, something like that in the afternoon. I just have been having a lot of work to do, and luckily this week I've been able to take a rest. Had a couple of extra days off. But anyways, I want to get to this video here, and this was kind of challenging. So the game is not fully functional yet, but let's see what we can do so far. So we get into the backyard from the kitchen, and then we'll walk up to the rocket stand and place the rocket. And you could do this if you make it this far, make it out into the backyard. First thing you get, first stage, you buy the rocket. So it's always with you, even if you haven't completed other parts of the game. If you make it out into the backyard like this, you can place your rocket. So I just did that, and you guys saw that last time. Now, what you haven't seen is actually we come up to this control box here, and we're gonna walk up to it. It says, well, it flashed by a little too quickly there, but it said you put 2D batteries in the control box. So now it's asking if I want to launch the rocket, and I'm gonna put, that's if you have the batteries, because when you try this out, if you don't have the batteries, it'll tell you need to find the batteries. But so I'm gonna have to put something in there so where it doesn't flash by that quick. And if your rocket is not set up, like let's run this one more time. We're gonna run this a few times because I want to show you the different features here. Now, we didn't notice I didn't place the rocket yet, okay? Now I'm gonna hit the button. It says you put 2D batteries in the control box, but that's it. It's not asking us for anything else. And I'm gonna fix where it's flashing by too quick. You can't even read it. So I made a go-sub statement here. To what extent I use this is going to vary. But in this, I make these videos to try to make my games better. This way I can analyze any mistakes that I'm making. I can analyze my work. I do analyze it, but making videos is another level of analyzation. So I need to get to button, wherever the button is, and it starts on line 90. I'm just guessing here because it's really hard to get to different areas. All right, so I need to edit line 94, okay? And instead of having a timer here, see how it says you put 2D batteries in the control box? I'm gonna kill this timer just by pressing K a few times, and then I for insert. we want to go sub to 115, and if we list 115, 115, not 114, we see that it's a ghost. It's called excuse me there. If we list 115 to whatever, at the very end there's something called exit text, and this will allow me to it'll wait until I press the button again to exit before it exits the text screen. This will give you a chance to read it. Not everybody, can read that quickly, and this is flashing by really fast, and you don't get another opportunity to read it. Alright, so I might have to do this a couple times. There's another line. It's not 40. I need to list this out because you might not have batteries, okay? I'm not even going to start complaining about this listing feature again. But on this line here for conditions, I'm going to make pretend that we don't have any batteries in our inventory. The next thing I have to work on is the inventory for this screen. I have to see how the outline of these trees is yellow. This should be red. So I have to go back in, and after it paints that area in, I have to make these trees solid red because that doesn't look right. There was a lot of, I have to draw it out, then color it in, then redraw, fill in each pixel in here. It's really hard. There's layering that goes on here when you're doing something like that. And I have to put his footsteps in and boundaries and the inventory. But let's just take this from the top here. So it says the control box needs. Now I can keep pressing the button. In this case, I don't need the exit text because if I couldn't read the whole thing, I can press it again. It just says the control box needs 2D batteries. So I'm dead in the water. I don't have them. But I can still place the rocket. So let's do that. And the rocket's there. But when I go back over here, it says the control box needs 2D batteries. So you can't launch it. Now, let's list line 20, whatever it was. Now I lost that. And let's look at the code. Now I don't really want to look at the code. I want to find, it's line 46. So we're going to pretend that we found the batteries. Now let's run this again and see what the difference is. So suppose we venture into this screen, but we have batteries. So instead of saying it requires 2D batteries, instead it says you put 2D batteries into the control box, and it's waiting for me to press the button because you can only put the batteries in once. So I can't press the button again to read it because once the batteries are in, they're in. So I hit the button and we're out. So I can keep hitting the button. I'm over at the control box. Nothing's happening. So obviously there's no rocket on there. So let's place the rocket. Okay. Now the rocket's on. We have batteries in the control box. What's going to happen now? So launch rocket. Sure, let's launch it. And there it goes. And you win the game. Okay? And that's it. And I'm locked right now. My guy can't walk around anymore. The game's over. But the thing is, I have to come up with some sort of like a song that plays once the rocket is launched, and then some explanation as to you know I might go back to the text screen, or what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to a graphics screen and I'm gonna use my font instead of using regular print, and I'll say la 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 whatever it says, the end, and you know something like that, something so it looks good. And I think that's what I'll do because I have a font, and something like you won the game or whatever. But if you want to see this again, let's just put the rocket on one more time, and yes. Now we have to go put the batteries in. It's not going to launch. It's going to say you put the batteries in. Now we want to launch it. It just goes right to the next line. And here we go. Now the hardest part was getting that rocket to go up like that, because I'm using a split screen. At first it's a full screen, but once the guy walks, it's a split screen. It starts off as a full screen, okay? But as soon as it's loaded and your character shows up, once it gets into the sprite mode, um, I'm on page 2. So the challenge here was launching the rocket, but then when it hits the partition, it's a completely different set of commands. So let me run this one more time, and I'm sure I might get comments on this, because let's put the batteries in, and let's go over here and place the rocket on and launch it. And yes, once it reaches here, it was very challenging, and once it goes up into the sky, you have to make it disappear. You can't leave it there. And it's very code specific here, because it's a for next routine, but there's lots of specifications, and once it hits a certain point, we have to erase it, because when it gets up to this first screen, you'd still have a rocket left here, and you have to get rid of that, and then you have to start from here and then get rid of it up here too. So there was a lot of work in this. If I go to the rocket animation part, and I label everything except for this, I hate this listing feature. It just drives me insane. I'm looking for rocket. That's variable graphics. I'm looking for rocket animation starts on 102. List 102 to 112. See, you can see how complicated that this is. It's very specific. List. I can't fit what I want to fit on here to 8. Alright. So it starts as a 4, 8 equals 1 to 14. We get the sound, but we can only fit 5 sets on the first one. It's just very complicated. I'm not going to go through everything, but it works. So I'm just glad about that. I'm glad that this game is finally almost finished, and I have to still put the save feature in, tie everything together, go through it, make sure it works right. And so I just want to show you one more time the kitchen. So let's load that so you can see where I think there's some music on here, so I don't know what the password is. I have so many different passwords for this game. Alright. I might have to turn the sound down. So let me turn that extra down before it gets really loud. Alright. Now you can't even really hear it at all. Alright. But, here's the living room, okay? And you go through here to get to the kitchen. You can't pass into the kitchen unless your sister says so. So we can't even get into the kitchen. But I'm gonna manipulate something here, and we're gonna get into the kitchen. What do I have to fix here? That'll do it. Or I could have went directly in, but let's see here. If I hit inventory, of course it's gonna play Oh Susanna first. Alright. You have a model rocket and a note from your sister. So we can pass through that door. I hope. Trying to. Now we're in the kitchen, and we have to go through that door over there. This is going to be a wicked awesome game, guys. Seriously, this is going to be something really cool that everybody would wish they had. We're going to open this door up, and that's where we go into the backyard, but it's not done yet. It's not programmed in, but this, I wanted to show you that when you go through there, you're going to end up give me a second here. You're going to end up here, right here. So that's how you get into the backyard, right? And once you're back here, you can go back into the kitchen. But I'll have to put an arrow, or the guy starts right around here somewhere. So I think I might just make a doorway right here. And then when you go down through the doorway, you're back in the kitchen. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then you can't cross this, you can't cross anywhere here, and you can't go into the woods. So I'll fix the trees, and I'll post another update when I get closer to finished. And that's it. And the other thing is, I can't wait to get CoCo Ultimate working. I wish someone would collaborate with me, but I don't have anybody, and what I'm going to have to do for that game is that's going to be a real, there's the fight box, there's the overworld, and then there's the spell menu. So, as a matter of fact, as we're speaking, I want to take a look at the spell menu. I don't even know where I put it. I'm so I got so much stuff building up here. The last thing I did was point plotter. I have to make a folder for that. I did the save game where I went through how to use taping. So I'm all over the place. I have to get my stuff together here. And I'm trying to find, yeah, I'm really gotta get this cleaned up if I'm gonna get anywhere as far as finishing this. Ultimate low res, I found it. Spell menu, let's load that up. Let's run that. So this is where I left off. And I have to hold shift down in order to get the arrow to move down. I don't know if somebody can help me with that, but what's the control code, or how do you get it so you can just use the down arrow without shift? I don't know. So this is as far as I got. This looks a heck of a lot better than the other one did. And this is what the wizard is going to use for casting. And then we have the health bar thing. Let me pull that up real quick. I gotta put this game together, and the only way to do that is I have to get everything on. I have to get a folder or something, and write everything out on a piece of, like, oh, the boxes are changing, or it works, it's working here. We did this before. You can see the boxes moving up and down as they take hits, and they get potions that restore their health. So this is the fight box. I just didn't do the overworld yet. I should start working on that next after, maybe I'll put Tales of Suburbia on hold because I'm porting this over. It was originally on P Mode 1, but I didn't like it because I can't use colors, so let me port something, the characters. I have to do that, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So I got a full plate here as far as getting all this stuff squared away, and so I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Lately, I don't know what's going on with the comments. I'm getting comments, but I can't read them. It says their comment has been erased or something. I haven't gotten any comments in a long time, except for from Curtis, and sometimes they don't come through. I don't know. Everybody's fallen off the grid. I don't hear from many people anymore. I don't know if you guys are getting bored or what's going on, but I don't know. I had a lot of players for a long time, and you know, I haven't heard from anybody in months. I don't know. People are losing interest in 8-bit computers or what, but these are great. I don't know why anybody wouldn't like this. It's so much fun. This is better than the game consoles they have out today. I hate those. It's not even like it's not like a video game. It's like I don't know what it is. 3D, all this crap, and it's not. It's so it's like AI. It's just this AI stuff, and it's not a game anymore. It's just bull crap. It's like you're watching a movie or something. That's not a video game. These are video games. This is the real stuff here. So I don't know. I'll link up with you guys on Saturday. Hopefully, I remember and I have enough time. I should. Um, Not doing that much on Saturday, but I do have some things going on, so I might be able to catch the last hour. Try to do that, you know, but I don't know. Otherwise, I'll watch it on the back end after it's over. But that's not really interacting, so give me a time. I don't know what time your show runs. On Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Let me know what time Eastern Standard Time your show airs on Saturday, and I'll try to make it, even if it's for a half an hour. So I really enjoyed interacting with you guys a couple nights ago. I don't know if that was last night or the night before. I think it was Tuesday night. I really don't even know. But so that's it for now. Um, uh, as usual, thanks for watching. Take care and goodbye. Bye bye.